Shipping goods to Amazon might be scary, especially if it's your first time doing so. In this video, I'll break down this process step by step so you won't make any mistakes. Whether you ship your goods from overseas like India or China or anywhere in the world, or if you ship your goods domestically. Let's start. What's up guys, my name is Tomer from sourcingmonster.com. Welcome to another video. If it's your first time here and you want to learn more on how to create your own brand on Amazon, selling private label products and scaling it from anywhere in the world, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss any video. Alright guys, so let's start. I'm gonna share now my screen so you can see exactly the process on how to create your first shipping plan, or even if it's not your first time, at least you have this video as a reference, because for me, at least for the first 3 or 4 first times that I created shipping plans, I needed some kind of reference so I don't do any mistakes, so I do it the right way. Now it's easy. Now I remember it by heart, and it just remember it by memory, and it's easy to do. But you can keep this video as a reference in a text note or something like that, and you can go to it at any time when you need to create a shipping plan. So let's start. This is Seller Central, and in order to start, we will need to go to manage FBA inventory and choose the item where we want to send inventory to, replenish it. So we're gonna go here to the arrow and we're gonna click on send replenish inventory. Once we are done with that, a new page will open. A new page will open that will have this information, the ship from. Okay, so ship from is a little tricky. Now I just hide it because I have here my the warehouse of my freight forwarder, which is located in the US. Why I put their address that is located in the US and not the China address? Because normally when you ship goods from China and it's on the West Coast area, the shipping fees are cheaper. They have a warehouse that basically they ship all their goods to, and then FedEx come to pick up, or UPS or any carrier comes to pick up from their location. So for Amazon, the ship from address is the US address, because it's not coming directly from China to Amazon. It goes from China to the warehouse, and then from the warehouse of the freight forwarder directly to Amazon. So we're gonna put the address in the US, which is very close to the location of the Amazon warehouse in California, and that saves you a lot of money. So most likely your freight forwarder doing the same. They have warehouses located probably in the west, on the east, and then the east coast like New York area, and one in California. And it depends on where your Amazon warehouse, what is the requirement, where to ship the goods to, they will do the shipment to. So I like to put here the ship from address as California address, because that will save me some money. I can also mention that at the beginning I put the California address, but it still wanted to send the goods to Kentucky warehouse, and that was costing me more. Only after a couple of months or starting to selling on Amazon, it changed to California address. I'm not sure why, but it did work. So you have to put it the ship from your address. If it's setting to a different address than the one that you want, you can click on the ship from another address, and then it's pretty easy. For this specific product, I did hide some of the sensitive information that I have here, but for the units, let's say that we're working with 500, okay? Once we are done, we're gonna click continue. When we are done with the continue, okay, when we are done with the quantity, we're gonna click on continue, and then we're gonna come back. We are going to be on this page, and this page, it's basically asking us who is going to prepare the labels. Amazon need FNSKU label on every product. That's the way to recognize your product, comparing other products in the warehouse. Everything is automated, and if you don't have the barcode, you're in big trouble. So you definitely have to make sure before you ship any goods to Amazon warehouse that they have this label. Now let me give you a tip. I wrote some note here, but as far as the barcode, I like the labels to be on the packaging or on the PVC box. Now, Why I'm saying that? Because when you actually save time, instead of another working from your freight forwarder or from the factory, I'll show you later, because Amazon provide you a sheet with all these labels that you have to put on the actual packaging or the bag where you put the product in. Now you don't want them to put it manually each time. It's a room for mistakes, plus it's more work. So at the beginning I did it that way, but then I figured out, okay, I saw some other sellers, they just print the barcode on the packaging or on the PVC box. So that's what I did, and let me actually show you an example. Okay, so a barcode on a packaging, or let's put FNSKU label on packaging. Sorry, I spelled it wrong, but it should bring it correctly. Here there is a product. If you see, this is Amazon barcode, this is not a UPC code. They are selling it on Amazon, so you can actually send this barcode that I'll show you later how to get it from, and send it to the factory or where you make the packaging, the box, or if you put it in a bag, so they can like stamp it on. They just can do it part of the packaging or labeling. That way it's gonna save you a lot of time. So let's go back to this process. Now, who prepares? Now, Amazon don't need to put the labels, so you're gonna choose here merchant. Then for prep guidance, you're gonna click apply all, and you're gonna choose no prep needed, and then you're gonna click choose. Once you are done, you're gonna click continue, and you will be forwarded to this page where you're going to have the labels available to print. So we're gonna click on, I'm not gonna open it because that's a product that I sell, and there's some sensitive information, but it's like a sheet with many labels, like the same like I showed you before, and you can send it to your designer or to the freight forwarder, so they can either print it and the stickers and put them on the package, or you can send it to the designer so they can do it part of the labeling. Something very important that I forgot to mention is about inspection before shipping. You want to have an inspection company that check your goods before you ship them, before you give the okay to ship it to Amazon. That will save you a lot of time and money. Why? Because most likely you won't have any issues, but it only takes one time to have a problem that can create a mess for you. For example, let's say that you have a product, I don't know, like a timer. You see this timer and it doesn't function well, and you shipped like 1,000 units that are defective to Amazon warehouse, and then you only after you get your reviews you realize there is something wrong. You lost a lot of money, you lost this product because you will get ton of bad reviews, you lost the trust. It's really big issues. So always in life, try not to get to a trouble, try to think about it before and prevent it. I luckily didn't have any problems like that. I listened to other people that advised me to do an inspection, and I followed their instructions and did it. And that's like I didn't have any issues, so it proved that it's working. Usually and normally it takes like it's $100 inspection fee, and once your factory, your supplier, whoever made the goods for you is ready, you're gonna schedule the inspection with them. They come and they give you a report, they tell you that everything is good. One of the points that the inspectors are checking is they take a scanner and they check the barcode to see whether it's working or not. So that's a point that I forgot to mention about the labeling. Now, also something that I want to mention, that at this point I assume that you already found a freight forwarder, and if you didn't, please pause this video, just stop because it's not really relevant, and just find one. I'll share a link down below to how to find a good freight forwarder. It's something that definitely don't miss. Watch this video first and only come here when you are done. Just do one step at a time. The local address I covered. Now let's continue. And when you are done with this and you printed the labels and your barcodes, it will take you to this page. This page normally, and I'll show you how it was before. It will have like the date. It will say FBA, the date, the time, and some it's a default Amazon naming for the shipping plan, and we don't want to go by the default. Why? Because yeah, now it's only one shipping plan that you're created, but we always want to think about the future. When we scale, we're going to have a lot of shipping plans, and when we want to manage them, it's better that you give it the proper naming. So for now, let's just delete it, and I'll show you the structure or the template that I use. So I always put the product name at first. In this case, I'm just gonna write test product because it's not a real product, just for demo, showing you how to create a shipping plan, but it will be your product name, for example, timer. Then you're going to write down a hyphen and then the actual shipping method. This will help you to really distinguish between some shipping plans that maybe are the same product. For example, when I launch, I like to send first 100 units. I would like to split the shipment. So let's say I ordered 1,000 units. I like to send 100 or 200 units air express to Amazon right away. Why? So I can start selling, because obviously day 1, day 2, first week, first 2 weeks, you won't sell all these 200 units in 1 minute or 1,000 units. So you want to save money. Don't just send everything air express, because that will be very costly. So you're going to send 200 units air express fast, so you get it fast to Amazon and start selling and start rolling the ball. And then 800 units I like to send fast sea shipping or regular sea shipping to save money. So by the time that you run out of the 200 units, you have the 800 units already on the way and arriving to Amazon, and you have enough inventory so you don't run out of stock. So in this example, I wrote fast sea shipping, the shipping method. Again, it's just an example, but if you shipped air and it's 200 units, you're gonna write air express shipping or air shipping and then we're gonna put hyphen and then the quantity, and then we put 420 units. It's just an example, and it's very important that you keep everything organized, whether it's here, whether it's in your PPC that we will talk in the upcoming videos, and in everything that you do in the business, because our organization will save you time and mistakes. So that's super important. Oh, okay, something that I forgot to mention about the label, about the packaging. Don't forget the made in China or the origin country where you made these goods, or these goods are imported from, because by when it's entered to the US, they will check it. Normally they don't check, but if they check and they audit your shipment, they will send your goods back, or you will pay a very high fine. So I didn't really know about this until like the second or third shipment that I did, and my freight forwarder told me, look, Tomer, you actually have to put the made in China in every product. So what they did for me, they just purchased the little golden stickers that says in little tiny letters made in China, and they just put it on the package. But in the future orders, I was smart and actually told the packaging factory just put it there. And let's cover the next process. Once you are done with it, you're gonna click approve and continue, and then you will be forwarded to this page where it's telling you like the shipment ID, the ship to, and here it's revealing the actually even here it's revealing where you're going to ship it. So in our case, it's going to go to Moreno Valley in California, which is great because we can save money. And then here it's done, and now you can actually work on the shipment, and I'll show the process here. So first of all, it's giving you the ship to, the ship from will be the address. This is test, so I changed the details here. And now we are going to, now because we ship it with a freight forwarder, we're not going to use Amazon partners. We're going to choose here other carrier, and we're going to choose other. Why? Because only after you create the shipping plan and when you ship the goods to Amazon, your freight forwarder, normally 2-3 days after you are done with the shipment, they will send you the tracking code, and then you are going to update it here or when you manage the shipping plan. So let's start here. When we click others, it will ask us to, okay, so this is the correct one. Let's go, and it's already selected the other. Now here, how will this shipment will be packed? So you will most likely have not everything in one box. You will have multiple boxes that have, like for example, you will have 50 units in each box because you have a high quantity. You have like 1,000 units. Let's pretend that here we're going to have 100 units in per box, per carton, and that's 10 cartons total. So we're gonna choose multiple boxes. Once we are done, we are going to have this page or this area we're going to choose units per configuration. That means units per carton. We are going to put 100. And the number of boxes, because we have 1000 units, it's 10. 10x 100, that's 1000. Now we need each weight, we need to enter the weight for each carton. So let's say, just for the example, let's say it's 10 pounds. And let's say the weight is 10 by 10 by 2. This is just an example. Then we are going to click confirm. Oh, actually it's wrong, because the quantity that I was actually writing when I created the plan was 500, I think. So let's do 5. Confirm. Now it's working. So once you're done, you will actually print the box labels. You're gonna click here print, and then it will save to your computer a file with labels that your freight forwarder, whoever is shipping it from China, need to stick on the box. So it's very important that they put it in the following structure. They put it on the side of the box. Here, for each box, you will have 2 labels. One is the actual FBA label that you get from here, and one is the shipping label that the carrier is using, like FedEx or whatever. Once you're done, you're gonna click on complete shipment, and then you are done. You will have empty 5 areas to put the tracking number for each carton, and then you are done. That's it. Once these goods are delivered to Amazon warehouse, you are going to get an email notification telling you goods are being processed, goods are being received by Amazon, which is perfect. You always want to see that goods are arrived to Amazon. It's a relief because it's coming from China or anywhere in the world. It's past the customs, everything is good. That means that this hard part was done and it's already by Amazon here. Now, you can also do a domestic shipment. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have the goods here. It's a product that you sourced in the US, or I have one product that I source and assemble it from multiple locations. So 2 parts are coming from China and 1 part coming from the US. So I gather all the items here, and then we assemble them, the label is already there. We pack them, and then we ship it from here, from the US to Amazon warehouse. Once it happens, you're gonna click on we're gonna choose Amazon partner carrier. So when you click on confirm, Amazon will give you the price that it will cost to ship it. And normally they're very cheap. They give you amazing, like, look, $24 for 5 boxes. This is nothing. This is like, it's pennies, believe me. So you want to use their service. Once you actually click here and accept charges, it will charge this to your account, and the labels will be available, and you're gonna print the labels, the box labels, and the shipping labels. And in this case, this is UPS. So you can either drop it by any UPS location or just call UPS and schedule a pickup. So normally they work with UPS. So that's it. It's pretty simple, but you have to do everything right, and I hope you got value. I shared the things that I learned in my journey while I created and did more shipments, and I hope you can save time and don't make any mistakes like I did, and happy selling.